Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Cómo están? This is Profesor Pablo with Sentence Starters, lesson number 16, I liked plus plural noun. The beauty of each successive lesson is that we take the skills and knowledge that we've already learned and apply it to the new lesson, and it makes our task much easier. So once again, we delve into the past tense with the verb gustar and say, I liked. And we see that we have two choices. We have the me gustaron plus plural noun or me gustaban plus plural noun. And we've said before that gustaron is the preterite, the verb number 4, past preterite, and gustaban is verb number 5, past imperfect. So if it's a one-time thing, you like something, for example, las flores, you went to an exhibition, you got home and you want to say, wow, I like the flowers. You'd say, me gustaron las flores. Literally it means the flowers, they were pleasing to me. Me gustaron las flores. You ate some oranges for breakfast and you say, me gustaron las naranjas. You saw some new pictures. Me gustaron las fotos. Let's say the dogs that you visited at the pound. Me gustaron los perros. You saw some beautiful plants at the nursery. You got home and say, me gustaron las plantas. But let's say it's something that you liked all the time in the past, right? Like when you were a kid. If you want to say, I like stories, you'd say, me gustaban los cuentecitos. Once again, we use the imperfect gustaban because that implies that we liked it over and over and over again in the past. When I was a little kid, right, I used to like butterflies. Me gustaban las mariposas. How about animals? Me gustaban los animales. I liked animals all the time. When I was a little kid, I used to like grapes. Me gustaban las uvas. You went to a concert last night and you say, I like the songs. Me gustaron las canciones. You went to look at some new cars, some Teslas, and you say, wow, me gustaron los carros. Remember, wow in Spanish is spelled G-U-A-U. Okay? If you want to say, for example, I used to like the news, not so much anymore. I used to like the news. Me gustaban las noticias. Ya no, not anymore. Ya no. Ya no, not anymore. Okay? You saw two movies over the weekend and you say, I like the movies. Me gustaron las películas. When you were a little kid, you used to like bears. Me gustaban los osos. So again, you would say me gustaron for something that you liked, that you did recently, you did it once. I liked it. But if you want to say that you liked it, meaning all the time, for a long period of time, when you were a kid, when you were in elementary school, for example, I used to like books. Me gustaban los libros. Not so much anymore. I used to like avocados when I was a kid. Me gustaban los aguacates. You just went to an apple orchard and ate some apples and you say, me gustaron las manzanas. We understand the concept. It's not new. Now we have the me. If you look at the key points, all of them listed there in the middle of this lesson, we've done them, we understand them. The key points here are, if you want to change the subject to you, familiar, you change the me to te. If you want the subject to be he, she, or it, or usted, you swap out me with le. And then, of course, if you want it to be we, you swap out me with nos. And if you want the subject to be they or you plural, you swap out the me with les. So me for I, te for you familiar, le for he, she, it, or you formal, nos for we, and les for they, whether it's ellos or ellas, or you plural. Now, of course, remember, anytime we use le or les, you know this is coming. You have to use the ah phrase, okay? You have to use the ah phrase. Let's say mom is a doll collector and she went to an exhibition and she saw some dolls and she gets home and we say, a mamá le gustaron las muñecas. Mom liked the dolls. A mamá le gustaron las muñecas. Okay? Your dad went to the car races. He gets home and you say about your father, a papá le gustaron las carreras. A papá le gustaron las carreras. You went to a tree grove and Bobby gets back and you know he really enjoyed the trees and you say, a Bobby le gustaron los árboles. If I want to say Mary liked dogs, like when she was a little kid, I would say, a Mary le gustaban los perros. Remember the N factor. If the subject is they, and in this case, gustar, if you're talking about something plural that is liked, then we're going to use an N form of the verb gustar, as we see in gustaron and gustaban, both ending in N. All right, let's look at examples of past preterite verb number 4. A mamá le gustaron las fotos. Mom liked the photos. The girls did not like the news. A las chicas no les gustaron las noticias. Notice the usage of the a phrase. I did not like the flowers. No me gustaron las flores. She didn't like the strawberries. Well, because we have le, we just can't say ella no le gustaron. We have to use the a. A ella no le gustaron las fresas. She didn't like the strawberries. Did you like the songs? Were you going familiar you? ¿Te gustaron las canciones? Did Dad like the cars? ¿A papá le gustaron los carros? Let's try now some examples of past imperfect verb number 5. I used to like birds. Me gustaban los pájaros. Mom liked butterflies as a kid. A mamá le gustaban las mariposas. I didn't like insects. No me gustaban los insectos. The kids liked the parties all the time. A los niños les gustaban las fiestas. We liked apples. Nos gustaban las manzanas. Kids liked Dr. Seuss books. A los niños les gustaban los libros de Dr. Seuss. Rafi liked parties while he was in college. A Rafi le gustaban las fiestas. So we understand that gustaron is used for something that you liked, that you did one time, you liked it. I liked the weddings. Me gustaron las bodas that I went to last summer. Me gustaron las películas. I liked the movies that I saw. Dad liked the books that he read during the summer. A papá le gustaron los libros. But if you want to say you like something all the time, like when you were a kid, when you were in school, it would be gustaban. Gustaban. Once again, to change the subject, me for I, te for you familiar, le for he, she, it, or you formal, nos for we, and les for ellos, ellas, and ustedes for they and you plural. So now you are also understanding that the past preterite is a verb tense that we use to describe something in the past that we did, something that happened. But the imperfect is a past tense that we use to describe something that happened all the time in the past, used to happen. Okay, muy bien, es todo por ahora. That'll do it for I like plus plural noun, me gustaron or me gustaban. Gracias por escuchar. Hasta la próxima lección. This is Profesor Pablo signing off. Cambio fuera.